Coming up, Lisa meets Shep, a Kangaroo Island artist who paints the Aussie landscape with a vengeance.
As an artist living on Kangaroo Island, you're never short of inspiration. Neil Sheppard, or Shep as he's known, doesn't have to go far. From his house overlooking Shoal Bay, every view is a potential painting. And when he's made up his mind, there's no stopping him.
What I'm going to do is divide the canvas roughly into thirds with my shadow here. So that's the shadow under some trees there. And the road leading up to it will sort of come a bit like this.
To say he's a prolific painter is an understatement. Shep works at a blistering pace, sometimes completing several pieces a day. And like the Australian landscapes he paints, his work is big and bold.
So now I get a bigger brush and start filling in some of this area here. Now I'm going to put some pure white up in here with my finger. Just leave that. I love these big sweeping lines that the big brush gives. Bit of blue to make a bit of green, and we're going to start putting in our trees here.
Neil attributes his unique depictions of the Australian landscape on his time growing up in the Kalgoorlie goldfields and the subsequent years he spent travelling around the country by motorbike. After graduating as a teacher, he also spent several years teaching in the southern Flinders town of Crystal Brook.
So here comes our track, which will lead our eye to the shed. What we're doing in this painting is not actually going for lots of accuracy, we're actually going for drama.
Clearly, the time he spent in the southern Flinders is still a big influence on his work. But it doesn't limit his choice of subjects.
My style, it varies all the time, and I don't think I've really hit on my style yet. I'm sort of still working towards working out what sort of an artist I am. It's obviously not photographic stuff, it's not really highly detailed. I think it varies from impressionist through to abstract. We need to get this tape off now, this is quite a good fun thing to do. Lets you see the painting how it's supposed to be seen.
Neil says he enjoyed drawing as a child and started his art career working in pen and ink, before venturing into painting in the late 1990s. With no formal training, he says he's free to be adventurous with his art and push the creative envelope.
The other interesting thing is that so far you've only used 4 colours.
That's right, the primary colours. Yeah, that's it. And the amazing thing is that you can use the same 4 colours 3-4 times a day on a painting and get different effects every time because different proportions of the colours. So now this is where I do my fence post thing. Put a bit of wire and I shall just get some light coloured paint here and just go like that. Better make it round there, and that's it. Shep on there and it's finished.
A visit to the gallery next door to his studio proves he's not short on subject matter. From dramatic KI seascapes to Tuscan-style glimpses of the Barossa Valley.
These ones here, these bright colours with vineyards and fruit trees. A few weeks ago I was driving into Barossa Valley from Gomersall Road and looked down over Tanunda, and you can see all these trees and vineyards, and then in the middle of it there's a few buildings and a few steeples. I thought, oh yeah, they could make some nice paintings. The first thing I do in the morning, I make a cup of coffee. It's usually about 5:36 and I sit in the armchair and my brain sort of goes into dreamy mode. And while I'm in that mode, that's when the painting will come to me for the day.
And come to him it does, with his distinct style of paintings gracing many walls throughout Australia and overseas. You can visit him at his Bay of Shoals studio on Belmore Road. Just follow the signs from Kingscote. Or, if you're in Kingscote, pop into either one of Fine Art of Kangaroo Island's 2 galleries. They're both in Dorsey Street. For more details of Shep's work, log on to www.shepstudio.com.au.